You sit down on Sunday, build a meticulous spreadsheet, and vow to track every single penny. By week 3, you buy one $5 latte, feel a surge of guilt, and abandon the entire sheet. This frustrating cycle happens because most of us rely on the leftover method. We take our income, subtract our bills, pay for our lifestyle, and promise to save whatever sits at the bottom of the barrel at the end of the month. Biologically, we are hardwired to fail at this formula. It is a cognitive flaw called present bias. Our brains inherently prefer an immediate reward today over a larger reward years from now. So that lifestyle bucket naturally swells until the savings vanish entirely. Data from behavioral economists at EY illustrates how powerful this is. According to their research, half of millennials prioritize eating at good restaurants over saving for their financial future. It is incredibly difficult to conceptualize what retirement will look like in 40 years. But a fresh plate of fries and a burger is right in front of you. The present is tangible, while the future is dangerously abstract. Trying to fight that biological drive using only a spreadsheet and willpower creates constant mental friction. Your resolve wears down, and it eventually snaps. If you consistently fail to stick to a budget, your math skills are fine. You have a psychological problem, and that requires an engineered, automated solution. Enter the reverse budget, sometimes called the anti-budget. Instead of exhausting yourself logging every transaction, you flip the formula to bypass your behavioral blind spots entirely. The core mechanic relies on one single step. The day after your paycheck hits, your savings are immediately transferred out of your primary account, before you ever have a chance to spend them. This exploits a cognitive quirk known as mental accounting. Your brain assumes any dollar sitting in your checking account is safe to spend. By hiding the savings, you completely remove the temptation. Here is how to structure it. Step 1 is your fixed costs bucket. Rent, utilities, insurance, and debt minimums should consume roughly 50 to 60% of your take-home pay. Step 2 is the future you bucket. You automate a transfer of 10 to 20% straight into your investments and long-term savings accounts. Step 3 is your flex bucket. Whatever remains, usually 20 to 35%, stays in your checking account. You can spend this on literally whatever you want, completely guilt-free, without tracking a single receipt. The secret here is taking yourself out of the equation. Automation handles the heavy lifting, stripping away the need for daily choices. Because the money vanishes automatically, you guarantee your future self gets paid without ever putting your present self's discipline to the test. This system reveals a counterintuitive truth about money. Being wealthy has very little to do with the luxury items you can afford to buy today. Years ago, singer Rihanna nearly went bankrupt from overspending and sued her financial advisor. In court, the advisor's response was blunt. Was it really necessary to tell her that if you spend money on things, you will end up with the things and not the money? As author Morgan Housel points out, true wealth is actually highly invisible. It is the cars not bought, designer clothes left on the rack, and the first-class upgrades declined. Saving money is literally the physical gap between your ego and your income. Traditional spreadsheets force you into a daily, exhausting battle. Every time you open your banking app, you must consciously resist the urge to inflate your lifestyle and close that gap. The anti-budget wins because it never lets your ego onto the battlefield. By the time your impulses wake up, the savings are already safely locked away. To stop failing at finance, take 30 minutes this week. Calculate your fixed costs, decide on a realistic savings percentage, and set up one recurring transfer for the morning after payday. Automating your finances frees you to spend your checking balance to zero without an ounce of guilt, while effortlessly building invisible wealth in the background.